Hi everyone, third month of the right index finger treatment. I am delighted to announce you some good news. I did a new test. I tried out the Splint with sponge. So in this video we are going to see the amazing results of this new test. In some of my previous videos I've already mentioned the Splint. I said it might have played a certain role. But more and more, I think I may even have underestimated its importance. The idea of trying out the Splint actually came after someone asked me in the beginning of November whether other plants can be used instead of oat straw. This person said oat straw is hard to find. Well, maybe in some countries it's harder to find than in others, but I think it's always available on Amazon, so check out there. The question of the plants is interesting, because other plants can indeed be used. Even many plants. It's just that for tenacious problems, a few of them are more efficacious. Remember, the basic idea is always the same: exhalation. We've seen this in video from the left index to the hidden idea of the poultices. And that's why I thought it worthwhile to try out even the simple Splint, because there is some sweating, or better, exhalation. We just need to know how much time it may take. I will proceed as follows. First, I'll explain what the test consists of. Then I'll answer the question about the plants in detail with Kneipp himself. And finally, we will see the results of the new test. Okay, this is what the test consists of. For about 2 weeks, I worked only with a Splint and one short finger bath, while having my morning infusion. I wore the Splint during the day as much as possible and throughout the night. It's very comfortable. One can easily put it on the finger and remove it. Then, after those 15 days, I added 1 poultice per day. So I really did only very few poultices. In a minute, we'll see the results of the different stages of this treatment. But first, I just want to insist upon the following. If you have only one finger and it does not cause you too much trouble, try out the Splint. In any case, the worst thing to do is to do nothing, or to take pain medication, since they do nothing but mask the problem. As far as I am concerned, I am more and more convinced many roads may lead to Rome. I also would love to do 2 other small additions. During the winter, think of wearing a hot sweater so that the blood can circulate freely and reach the extremities. Otherwise, if you are cold, the blood will leave the extremities as to irrigate the vital organs. On the level of diet, prefer olive oil to saturated fats. That's what I do as much as possible. As I said in a previous video, I noticed the cold and saturated fats may influence the healing negatively. So I think it's a good idea to remind you of this. Okay, let's now see the question of the plants. There are 3 plants that Kneipp often mentions together to tackle the most tenacious problems. And there is a 4th that must attract our attention. The 3 plants they are here: hay flowers, oat straw, and pine shoots. As yet, I didn't mention the pine shoots because it's even more difficult to find. Now this is done. If you find them, you can try them out. The other plant that should attract our attention is linden. Kneipp used linden flowers to make gentle steam baths and therefore for its resolving power. Let's see what he says. I translate. It is hardly more than those of the old school who still collect the linden flowers once so much appreciated. They do very well, and I wish they remain faithful to this custom. The linden infusion is alongside that of elderflowers the best known sudorific. They will find me singular, but I cannot agree with the way in which sweating is too often provoked. They extort it, so to speak, from the body, which is tortured. I gladly use linden flowers for steam baths, causing exhalation and replacing sweating. So that's the way Kneipp praises linden flowers. One may wonder why Kneipp did not use linden for poultices. Well, perhaps simply, as he himself says, because the linden flowers were old-fashioned at that time, while hay flowers and oat straw were available in abundance. So nothing should impede you from trying them out. As for me, I've not yet tried out linden systematically because, when one has 5-6 fingers to treat, one chooses necessarily the most effective, or what I thought was the most effective. It is not impossible that I tried the linden for the finishing of the right middle finger. Okay, we now take a look at the results. This is our starting picture. The picture after 1 month of treatment. And this is the picture after 2 months of treatment, as well as this one. And here is the new picture. This photo dates from 15 November. It is the result of the splint combined with a finger bath. Notice the beautiful leveling all over. This is due to the fact that the sponge is even everywhere. And that's how an ideal poultice should be. Kneipp insists on that. But putting a poultice evenly around a finger, it's pretty hard to get. This said the splint could play at least a nice role of assistance. Remember what I said in video 8, the substances are moving. Here we see this very clearly, as well as in the next picture. This picture dates from 3 December. It is the result of the combined treatment of the splint and the finger bath and the poultice. We see that the beautiful flattening is confirmed, but it is not as even and that the substances have moved again. And here is another picture, dates from 7 December. Maybe I already did a few poultices per day. But we see that it continues to shrink. And that's it for today. I wish you peaceful, festive days, a very happy new year with a strong health, and I'll be back next year with a new video. Bye bye!